That was rough.
Final game.
Hell yeah. Final game of the night, boys. We ain't going past midnight, I hope, unless this game's 45 minutes, in which case then I'm going to bed real late. Darkest timeline. Okay, cool. There was a lot more activity on the map in this one. We could see, again, Waterboy doing the same thing he's done in all 3 games, which is throw himself into the bush near mid to see if anybody goes to try and get vision. I do believe Brain of LeBron saw him, though, and it looks like for the first game this series, we're having a tussle at level 1. Vent Enjoyer's caught in the middle of 5 people, and I don't really know why you want to start level 1 fights against a team with Braum. That's a really dubious choice, and, you know, that's going to be first blood. Straight over to Noiboy, setting him up for success immediately. He goes straight back, buys himself a dagger, and he's laughing, man. That's going to make his life super easy. I mean, the dagger is, I mean, you know, he scales really well with attack speed. That's why they put mana cost onto his Q. For those of you who will remember when mid Tristana was really popular, they ended up putting, I think it's like a 75 mana cost or something on his Q that used to be free, just because he loves, like, Tristana loves attack speed so much. It allows her to pop her bomb way quicker, which allows her to get a reset on her W, and her passive also needs her to attack things and kill them for it to trigger. And so with attack speed, you know, you kill things quicker, so it makes a lot of sense. This dagger will actually probably give them a lot of priority in the lane. We don't actually know what skill she started, but either way, it's so easy to push on this champion that it's interesting to see that they're actually being pushed in right now. And otherwise, though, were any sums burnt? I believe they were. Yeah, Waterboy burnt his flash to get away, and we do see Fent Enjoyer chose not to, because I think he just accepted the fact he was dead, which is good, because we've seen in other points during this series some people have burnt summoners that weren't going to save them. So it's good to see that some people are holding on to, you know, you are showing some restraint in this one, because this will be your last game of the series if you lose. And as we continue to cut, you know, round after round, team after team, this is the top 8 cut. We already know 5DK are out, so they are on that. Oh, Fent Enjoyer trying to make something happen here, but he took a turret shot. He's gonna die here. That's an auto attack, and as quick as I mentioned the idea of burning your flash even though you knew you were dead, we see it comes through there. Just again, the auto attack was already out. He was already marked for death, and he still burns the flash here and costs himself a 5-minute cooldown, which is unfortunate for the side of GROMP support group. But you know, it's not too bad. As he gets items, he will become harder and harder for the Victor to kill, which is nice. So again, I think this mid lane, at least until like 15 minutes or so, when there's first items on both players, is probably going to be a do-nothing lane. The only reason Fent Enjoyer died there was because he played over aggressively and tanked the turret shot for no good reason. But yeah, and we can see Brain of LeBron maybe looking to do something here in the mid lane. We do see, so both junglers decided to completely full clear, and they did start on opposite sides of the map. So that is nice for them, you know. They're both, I think it honestly probably leans more in the favor of the Nocturne. Because Nocturne wants to clear, he wants to full clear twice into probably doing grubs if he can. And we can see he did path bot to top, so that he's probably going to be doing that exact same pathing now. Clear as many camps as he can, see if he can get to the grubs for the grubs spawning. Because if he can clear that whole way and then he gets 2 of the 3 grubs, he will hit level 6. And it's the fastest way you can hit 6 in the game as jungler. So, and everybody knows that paranoia is the main reason people play Nocturne. Sorry, it's late. My brain is going to mush, and Salson 2 just had to flash to get himself out to safety. Does layer the E there to get himself out, and we saw the movement there, but not actually going to get any kill. So believe he is safe, and we can also see he's built a CS lead for himself. Like I mentioned earlier in the game, earlier in the champ select, he should win his lane handily. Meanwhile, Fent Enjoyer gets smoked for the 3rd time this game, and it is feats of warfare here for the side of PEKARA BRALE. So yeah, man, the mid lane is having a really rough time in this game, and it might be what costs them here, as we see Salson does take Gross to Brazil, does big boy damage, but I think he does have his ultimate, so as soon as yeah, there we go, we see the ultimate flash away. He does actually get away for free. That is unfortunate for the Mordekaiser. Good use of sums for the Malphite to make sure that he doesn't bleed any more gold than he needs to. He knows his team's ahead right now. You know, they got a kill on Noiboy, they got a kill on Hoi Hoi, and they got a kill on Brain of LeBron. Like Brain of LeBron. Oh my, Brain of LeBron. There we go. Fuck, man. Words are so hard. And so that, you know, they're sitting pretty. Unfortunately, they do give away the Drake for free there. So a little bit of variation from the Nocturne and his pathing, as they decide to give away the grubs here. And I believe Waterboy is 1 camp right now off of hitting 6. So expect to see him do something in the next minute or so. And we can see Bomba started that play, but unfortunately the damage just wasn't quite there. They get a nice little trade onto Noiboy, but I mean, Bomba took damage for the trade too, so it's not quite what you'd hope. But we'll see as Nocturne hits 6. He's going to be hoping to maybe make something happen. We'll see if he does path bot side, or if he chooses to keep farming. Another hook comes out by the Nautilus, but not much is going to come of it. And nice little trade of damage there for the Xayah. While we sit, they both have the exact same items outside of those double daggers for the Tristana, so the gold is fairly close between the two of them. And I think the main gap here is just the gap in the mid lane, to be honest. It is 20 CS right now for him, and the kill and also the XP will probably be in the favor of Victor. Victor's gonna probably hit level 8 first. And we can see, look at the 4-man rotation here. This is something PEKARA have done time and time again in several of their games. Braum tries to be the main force of engage here. Bomba's going to get locked up because of the passive off of the Braum, and he is going to go down. It's a really good rotation from them. And we see that the Galio looked like he was going to start coming down, instead of just choosing to hard shove his wave, knowing that the fight was already kind of done. He kind of stood for a second as if, oh, well, if Nocturne goes in, I might have to ult. But he ends up not doing it. And so they don't shove the wave. And Hoi Hoi doesn't lose too much for that whole exchange. Meanwhile, Pizzazz is getting jumped onto here. Paranoia is going to come out to try and protect him. Pizzazz will still go down. Waterboy's going to get the revenge kill here. Nice hook by the Nautilus. Nautilus is going to pick up that 2nd kill. And that is some signs of life here for the Gromp support group, which you love to see. You know, I don't want to see this 3rd game just be a wash. I want to see some violence up in the Rift. And, you know, that was a good play there. You love to see the punish. It was the first paranoia of the game for the Nocturne, and he made it count. And he's got himself, what, 1 kill and an assist off of it. And, you know, that's not too bad. He's equal in CS with the Volibear. A little ahead in terms of the charges on his pet, but I mean, otherwise, you know, now it's just going to be another sit there, farm up, wait for your ultimate to come back up, and then look to make something else happen on the map. And also, we want to see him probably, like, work with the Galio, because if they can layer those ultimates, as we saw in Game 1, it can be incredibly potent. So, but we'll have to see whether or not they can actually make that happen here, because right now, the Galio is having a really hard time. He's 20 CS down. His build is in parts right now. You know, I think he opted into a rejuvenation bead there that I don't know what he's going to build into later. I don't believe. Actually, no, it might be a part of the, what's the name of that MR item? Spectre's Cowl. There we go. It might be a part of that. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. I know that the Null Magic and the Ruby Crystal definitely build into that item, but I can't remember if there is also a rejuvenation bead in there. Apologies for not remembering that. My imperfect memory is not great. But either way, you know,
it's late.
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's late. It's late. Yeah, it's 11:30, bro. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm struggling right now. But you know, on the important side of things, though, we do see a Rylai's Crystal Scepter here built for Mordekaiser, so he is officially cooking. He's got 40 CS in the lead right now. This is the kind of thing we want to see from him. He's got a plate as well, nearly 2 plates. So, you know, if he can continue to build this lead and then translate that lead into something in the team fights, being able to say, I mean, they got a 3-on-1 Tristana right now. You take her to Brazil with you and you have a fun time. But we see here the big fight here. Fentonjoyer does get jumped. He is going to get out. Unfortunately, Noiboy is also going to be getting out, even though he was dropped down to about 10% HP. And so essentially we burn ultimates and move multiple members to the mid lane, only to save the Galio, who is now nearly 30 CS down. So, but important detail, he now has his Hallowed Radiance. So he is going to be tankier going forward. Hopefully he will, you know, be able to stay in lane for longer, be able to deal with the Victor a little bit more. They do both have their first items here, and we can see second Drake is about to get picked up by the side of GROMP support group. Nice little trade here by Hoi Hoi. Oh, they're going to be taunting him up, but the team aren't here. And oh no! Oh, it all goes tits up. The Drake gets stolen. The Waterboy gets smoked. Just got squished by the Volibear, who's 2-0-1 right now. And now Noiboy's going to pick up Fentonjoyer easily. The taunt literally makes him do what he wants. It makes him attack him. And that's 0-4 in the mid lane right now, man. It's kind of rough. One thing I will say that's on the positive side for them is that even though there is a 5-kill difference, the gold lead is only 1,000, and that is going to be largely due in part to the fact that the top lane has a massive CS lead. But it's still not great. And if that top lane CS lead doesn't actually amount to anything later in this game, like if he can't actually translate that gold into damage in the team fight, then it's for nothing. And so we're gonna have to see how things play out. But yeah, look at this. They have vision on it, and so you see all 3 members here. You got Hoi Hoi, Brain of LeBron, and Luke coming down, and the flash, like the ultimate straight in, just squishes him, steals it with the smite, and gets a free kill for his trouble as well. And then now just there's not much that Galio can really do. He's just kind of stuck here. And yeah, down he goes. Look at that. Skidoosh! Dropped in. I don't even know if he smited that right there. It looks like he stole it with the ultimate. He hit him down with the fist. But either way. Now, neutral objective number 2 out of the way in terms of that second Drake. We know now that the GROMP support group aren't going to have that advantage in terms of stacking Drakes because of an awkward kind of poor smite situation there by Waterboy. And so with a 2k gold lead in their pocket and, you know, 6 grubs, by the way, it's kind of looking a little bit bleak. They've got the triumphant boots as well on the side of, I mean, we can see Hoi Hoi's built his sorcerer's shoes. So, you know, getting that extra little bit of pen will be nice for him. And then especially once he builds the tier 3 ones, that will be sweet. And we do see Paranoia is up on the Nocturne. He is currently a level down, but that is primarily because of the kills that the Volibear has been able to procure. So, you know, it's not too bad in terms of CSing. They're both on the same number of camps. I mean, we did just see Brain of LeBron take that lead there, but you know, is close between the two of them right now. The main difference here is still in that mid lane. And we can see this is the thing that the PEKARA BRALE side do so effectively. They move as a multi-man unit so well. Anytime they have downtime, we see members of their team trying to, you know, clump together and make something happen on one side of the map, often bot side. But it is something they do incredibly well. Whenever the oh, here we go. We got some kind of combat going on here. Bomba's gonna live because they're gonna ignore him. They move straight onto Bazaz instead. The Paranoia is gonna come out. We see a shutdown here onto the Volibear. Luke MLG is kind of on his own here. Gross is gonna TP in with the Malphite, but he isn't gonna pop his ultimate just yet. And he's taking big boy damage in the meantime. They're trying to go to Hoi Hoi here. Noiboy's going to come in. He lands his E onto Bomba. He's going to pop him. And this is going to be cleanup squad by the Tristana. Holy shit. All right, she takes a lot of damage there. They might be able to turn this around. Fenenjoy is trying his hardest, but he ain't going to get anything. Salson's 4v1 right now. He's not going to get anyone. He's going down. There's nothing he can do there. And that's an ace at 15 minutes. And this is really starting to sound like game 2. I fear for the GROMP support group right now. GROMP just spawned as the support group for GROMP. Look like they're about to lose their place in the mini LCS Winter Over 25. I think that team fight looked like it went really well at the beginning, right? I mean, we'll probably get a replay of it in a couple seconds or so. But you'll see it starts off really well for the GROMPs. And then it just kind of, as soon as Noiboy shows up, it all goes tits up. And there's not much they can do. At that point, they just get smoked. And now 208 on the Victor, 612 on the Tristana, both of them with a massive gold lead here. It's really difficult, I think. We do see the hook go wide here by Bomba, and he is gonna take some punishment for it in response. The Rift Herald going to be picked up here by Volibear as well. You can see it looks like these guys really desperately want to play around the Drake. We know the Drake soul is Mountain. Oh wait, is it Mountain? I don't know. It says it's Mountain, but yeah, it is Mountain. And okay, here we go. We got another big fight here going on. Luke MLG going to land an ultimate on the 3 people. Hoi Hoi drops his ultimate here. Salson's still full HP in there, but he's tanking everything, and he's going to go down. Ultimate's going to grow. Is they gonna get Waterboy? Nah, he's gonna get out. It looks, oh, never mind. Clipped with a laser beam. And this is a dubious place to base if you are Fenenjoy right now. I have a strong feeling this may be his 6th death. He doesn't catch anyone with a taunt, and the laser beam is gonna hit him. Luke MLG is gonna hit him with the Winter's Bite, and that's gonna lock him down. And he's gonna get locked up again. Unstoppable 508 for this Victor. This is a coming out party for Hoi Hoi's mid lane prospect right now. Pizzazz tried really hard there. The mechanics from him there were impressive considering how far he is behind. But it didn't matter. Noiboy has the money. Noiboy has the 2-item power spike. And it was all over from the minute he tried to engage. And that was a nice 2-man taunt that we see in the replay here. But yeah, I really like the ultimate from the Braum. It knocks up 3 people, makes their life so much easier. And as soon as we get to this point, you can see even the Gromps know they're like, we can't fight this. We're just getting smoked, so we need to fall back. And it's actually just super unfortunate that the vision there for PEKARA, they have really well-placed wards in the bottom side here that allowed them to secure these last 2 kills. And it's just looking real murky right now, man. I don't know. They got, what, 5k gold lead now? Nearly 6k? And where they did have their biggest lead in the top lane, it's now been mitigated. And Pizzazz is getting soloed here by the Victor. There's not much he can do. We see the ultimate come out here by Fenenjoy, but he's not going to be able to change much. And unfortunately, when Paranoia came out, Galio didn't actually ult the Nocturne. He ended up ulting the dying Xayah, and now Waterboy's gonna die for his sins as well. Like it's just rough, man. I just don't see how they come back from this right now. Their team is very behind. The only person who's looking healthy right now is the Mordekaiser, and the Mordekaiser in the fights he gets caught like 1v4, you know, like his teammates get smoked. And then he's there, and he can't fight 4 people. He can take an isolated 1v1, But like you know, 3v1, 2v1, 4v1 when he's facing someone like the 2-item Tristana or the 2-item like 2 Fated Ashes AP item Victor, who's gonna burn through his tank stats like no man's business, you know. And then we have fights like this where Waterboy's just getting caught out, and it's like it's 18-4 now. We got a 9k gold lead. Does take Noiboy to Brazil, but that the ultimate out of the Tristana is going to try and keep him safe. He preemptively does burn the barrier here, but it's not quite not going to change anything. He does still end up dying, and Brandon LeBron's going to have to ultimate himself out. That there is the hope, you know. They were able to catch the AD carry completely isolated. They locked him down with the Mordekaiser ultimate, and they were able to get a big shutdown. I mean, we saw in game 1 the shutdowns were the main thing that actually got the GROMP support group back into the game. They kept catching people out, and once they caught them out, they would get like 500, 600, 700 gold. And so, you know, that allowed them to crawl back into the game. I'm not saying they're going to be able to do that in this game. They are actually farther behind now than they ever were in game 1. A little bit under an 8k gold lead right now. But, you know, I still, if that's where they have to focus right now, right? They have the combo that we still are yet to see actually occur in the Galio and the Nocturne. The Paranoia and Heroic Entrance combo is still really strong. We just haven't actually seen them do it yet. So if they can find the correct picks onto the correct people, if they can find, say, Victor on his own in a side lane, or the Tristana on her own in a side lane, here we go. We might see it happen here for the first time. Unfortunately, the Zhonya's is going to mean that it doesn't actually land the knockup, but it's still going to be a shutdown. And that is the kind of play we need to see from the support group if they're going to make anything happen here. But unfortunately, Noiboy said, not today. We're making this at least an equal trade. Ultimate comes out of Braum. Double kill for Noiboy. Noiboy's going down here onto Pizzazz, who doesn't have a turret to keep him safe right now. And he barely gets out. That was just a minor miscalculation on the side of the Tristana. Brain of LeBron here going to commit heavy to try and make sure they kill him. And he's going to get shut down by Salston, who is 2-2 right now with 200 CS. And they lose an inhib here at 22 minutes. And I don't even know. It's hard times here. I don't know what's going to happen. We can see apparently some people are flaming in the all chat, but let's ignore that because we have a fight going on here. And Salston looks like he's about to die. Big E there by Salston's gonna try and maybe kill Noiboy, but Noiboy gets to the safety. He has walls protecting him right now, and now everybody's back here and no one's in Brazil, but it looks like it's going well for GROMP support group here. I can't quite tell anymore. Hoi Hoi ultimate is actually going to make the massive difference here, and we see what looked like it could have been a good play for the GROMP support group, just because over the wall the Victor can deal so much damage with his ultimate. 8-1-9 currently, and almost got a Zhonya's to boot. It's still rough, you know. They have an exposed inhib. I mean, it's actually the inhib is completely down, so they're gonna have super minions piling into their base, and that's gonna allow. I mean, we can see on the mini map. Well, we will see on the mini map in a minute when we get out of this play. This replay here. This is the kind of play we want to see from Gromps, but it might be a little too late. Because now people like Noiboy are fed, so if they can get in range and, you know, make it so that both carries are available, because you can't send both carries to Brazil. Well, look at the bounce, man. He kills one, he bounces. He kills two, he bounces. He nearly kills that third one. And I think if he didn't ult, he would have got that triple kill there. Obviously, Brain of LeBron kind of overcommits here, gets himself killed under the Nexus turrets, but just being there prevents the enemy team from actually being able to come and stop the PEKARA side from taking the inhib. And yeah, we can see what I was going to mention before we went into the replay. That third Drake has gone down here. Volibear was able to take it completely free of charge. No contest needed. And they also get the Atacon here. So the Ruinous Atacon they get completely for free. And now they're just going to be barreling down the side of the bot lane here. They're going to try and see if they can unlock that second open inhib, you know? It will be interesting. Yeah, it's just going to get completely... They have to surrender it. There's not much they can do here. They're losing so much of their base. And they can't fight, you know? Like, with both Victor and Tristana there, Stalson can only remove one. And no one else on the enemy team is strong enough. Look how low he's getting. He's trying to fight the Tristana and he's getting smoked. Tristana's the same level as him. Paranoia's going to come out, but the Unstoppable Force is going to knock up too. And ADF Bomber's going to die here too. He's going to die to the laser. Pizzazz is trying his hardest to keep his team alive in this game, but he can't do more. There is nothing else to do. Everybody is dead. Waterboy is alone here. He can't fight 4. He's just going to die. That's going to be a 7th kill there, and this is an ace. PEKARA, BRALE keep their championship hopes alive here in a thrilling 3-game series. But those last 2 games, man, oh, what a hard trip for the side of GROMP support group. And it's, you know, grueling series. But either way, as we move on here, 25 minutes on the clock as the Nexus goes down, we can only think ahead. We have 6 teams left. PEKARA, BRALE are going to be up against Motorola Esports in the next one.